Hi, you're watching Interviews with Alternative Indian, and today we have Swimming with Bears.
What's going on, guys? My name's Alec. I play the guitar and background vocals for Swimming with Bears.
I'm Joe Perry, lead vocalist and lead bass player. Swimming with Bears.
So, you're a fresh new band just now entering the world of alternative music, and you just released your new EP in 2016. How does it feel to be on the road and touring so fast?
I feel awesome. Finally getting the opportunity to do this. We've been talking about it for years. We've been playing since like 2010. Just getting comfortable with the industry, knowing what we've been going for, and as far as our vision goes, kind of building a foundation and waiting to like release anything and working towards our craft. Now that we finally actually got to that point where we have the comfortability to release something and actually go on the road, it feels kind of empowering in a way. Just getting to do the things that we've talked about doing for years since we all first met. And this is that year. A lot of people are going to tell us like, hey, it's going to take a long time, and this is the year 2016 of everything's kind of coming into fruition.
That's awesome. All right, so how has your experience been on tour so far?
It's been pretty good. It's fun because you get to meet new bands and stuff. You kind of build the camaraderie around like the whole circus act, I would call it. So it's kind of fun sharing instruments and going back and forth, just trying to help each other out. But it's a growing experience. You learn a lot, pick up like a lot of tricks and stuff of the trade while you're on tour. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, learning the industry too, getting our name out in different cities has been probably my favorite part. Meeting the new people that I've never even heard of our names before, seen our faces, or even heard our music before.
Absolutely.
That's been the greatest part.
So it's your first time Orlando?
First time in Orlando as a band. I came here when I was like 13 from Disney World.
Okay.
Never been here before. Never been to Disney World or Disneyland. Killing me. Then started GoFundMe.
So right now, your top song on iTunes is Shiver and Crawl.
Mm-hmm.
What song did you expect to be your most popular from your new EP?
Shiver and Crawl.
Shiver and
Shiver
Crawl.
and Crawl.
Yeah.
Are you guys happy about that?
Yeah. It's a great song.
The difference between the amount of plays from the other songs compared to that one. I know that one's getting more rotation and stuff, and they're doing some things for the radio. But seeing it actually happen has been really awesome, especially with the amount of work that we put into it.
Sweet. So are you creating any new music currently, or do you plan on creating any new music in the future?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're constantly creating music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every day we're not playing a show, we're not rehearsing like to the T. We're writing something new. And I know that we've got a bunch of stuff that all these ideas that kind of float around. We got voice memos and like a terabyte full of just hundreds of recordings that we have just to work on later in the future. So it's always in there. It's always in the back of your mind. But you got to focus on what's happening right now for us.
Absolutely. So what inspired the name of your band?
We were funny story. We were watching a Nat Geo, and we're watching a guy like about eccentric millionaires who get expensive animals and stuff. And this one guy, he bought a lion, and the lion like ended up mauling him or something. And then it was like, stay tuned for this next guy who got a bear, blah blah blah. And then Alec was actually like, no one swims with bears. And then someone's like, hey, we should call our band Swimming with Bears. And then the next day it stuck.
Yeah. Ironically, we had just recorded a song. He was singing on it, and it was about swimming with bears, like how the comparisons like that in like life. I guess things are hard when you're swimming with a bear. And then this dude pops up on the TV. He's like, "Oh, find out next week whenever we talk to Carl about the way he feels when he swims with bears." And we're all like, "What?" It just kind of stuck.
That's a great story. So I saw that you're influenced by bands like Tudor Cinema Club, The Temper Trap. Do you see yourself touring with any of these guys in the future at all, or any other bands similar?
Oh yeah, we like to tour with any band that, especially nowadays, like early start, you want to get out on the road. So it's kind of like you can't pick and choose. But later on, we'd love to tour with like anybody who's a role model and informing the way we sound. And especially with our music, we're big Kings of Leon's fans. So hopefully we can tour with those guys. That'd be great. So.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of different backdoor influences too. Those are the things we list, and those are the most common things that we have influencing us. But if you asked us about those bands, we would all say yes. But then there's always these random things that I'm inspired by, that he's inspired by, that I think stand out more in a way our writing process happens. The way he comes up with a melody or a bass line is totally different than the Temper Trap or the Tudor Cinema Club will come up with a melody or a bass line. But in the way we execute it, that's where the commonalities are. So you're inspired and you're influenced, but then you also have these back pocket things that you're influenced by and inspired by that kind of really play into it.
That's sweet. So, do you what kind of music do you listen to on the road? Do you keep up with new music that is constantly being released?
Yeah, I'm probably your weekly discovery guy, or the release radar on like Spotify is like my favorite thing. And I'll play new stuff. And Joe's my co-pilot usually when we're driving.
I'm old-fashioned. If it's new, it's not for me.
Yeah, and I'll hear him chuckle. If
I wasn't listening to it.
If I hear him chuckle, I'll just skip it because I know that's what he knows. It's like, all right, it's not that great. I'm like, all right, you're probably
too many
right.
BPMs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on your boat though. I feel that I'm always in charge of the aux cord when it comes to being in the car.
Whoever's driving gets it. That's our deal. If you're driving, you get to choose. And if the driver doesn't want to do it, then you better play something that he likes, because we'll start chuckling and your music taste will be thrown out the window.
That's great. So, what kind of food do you guys like eating on the road? And are you big fish eaters?
Yes, whatever. So, we went to go get some like fish tacos and shrimp tacos a second ago, and the place that we went to was close. We had to find like the next best thing around the corner. So wherever we're at in the city, we always try to eat something that's like popular there. Like when we were in New Orleans, we went to Parkway and had like the big poor boy sandwiches. Like when we're in Texas, it's like we already know what's home, what's good there. When we went into New York, we had like those big pieces of pizza. In Nashville, we had some great barbecue. We kind of eat just like what the culture there is eating, just trying to figure out the taste and the flavor of the city or the state that we're in. We went to Canada, we had like poutine, the little French fries with like truffle oil and stuff on them. You know, just getting a taste of what the city's about. And of course we have our like trusty bag of ramen noodles that comes into play like late at night or
100%.
Yeah, when you just don't have the time to go and visit something in the city.
So when you guys released your first album, if you had to release a vinyl, would it be colored? And if so, what color would you want to release it to be?
Huh.
If we released the vinyl.
If we did a vinyl, what color would the vinyl be?
I'd be black.
I think my favorite vinyl I ever had was from a guy. His name is Andy Othling, but he calls himself Lowercase Noises, and he does like ambient, like soundscape kind of stuff. And his vinyl was like a pearl-esque kind of color, like there was like brown swirls in there. It was like really just a molten plastic that turned into be a really cool color. I'd like to do something cool like that. I know it costs more money, and it's like not as fiscally efficient than just doing straight black or like clear.
Yeah.
I don't know, that'd be something we talked about. Probably something teal, something that fits with the vibe, the beachy, like the color of your shirt right there, the Full Sail University.
Absolutely.
Something like that, I think that would be the easiest call. But black is very classic. So.
Yeah, of course, yeah, classic. So, what message do you want to spread through your music? Do you have a message at all? What kind of do you want to get across with it?
Well, I know, I wouldn't say there's a message. Like, I know with, being, lead vocalist, so, I'm handling lyrics and stuff, but I guess with lyrics, it's more of I'm more of trying to bring almost like a poetry side to the music, like clever lyrics. People who are really into music will understand that. I feel like lyrics today are real watered down, so I'm trying to get the best of both worlds. Instrument wise, these guys, you guys are the best on.
I think the way instrumentally we all kind of mingle is. It's not the same thing you're going to hear from your band that you just hear on the radio that's getting played, because they're going to think about comfortability with something that's being played, and we're not that obscure when it comes down to it, but at the same time, we try to use power chords as little as possible. Creating something that's like ambient at the same time as giving him enough space and enough sound space to create and deliver a poetic
Hey, don't give them all our
message.
secrets.
Well, just listen to it, you'll figure it out. But I think message-wise, if without saying words, is don't be afraid to listen to new stuff. And if you do, you're probably going to be surprised with yourself, because most of the music that's out there these days is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Just because it's not hand-delivered to you on the radio or with FM radio or AM, whatever you listen to, XM, Sirius, Pandora. There are outlets out there to find really awesome
Spotify.
music. Yes.
Absolutely.
That release radar, dude. That release radar is the best thing to ever happen.
Yeah, we're doing a Spotify commercial right now.
You guys are?
No,
Okay.
no, I was downstairs right now. Sorry, Spotify. Yeah.
All right, well, that's all. That's great. I agree with you guys completely, and that's what the channel's for, is to release the music and to get your guys' name out there.
Appreciate it.
So, thanks for coming, stopping by the show,
Thank
and
you.
good luck tonight with
you.
your performance.
Amen.